Hey everyone, welcome to Penguin Storytime. I hope the voice is better today. Let's take a look at some new stories, shall we? The first story is called Judge Bullying. This happened at work some time ago. The vendor in the story is a legal services company that we are required to use with one or two of our clients. We'd prefer anybody else as they are pretty slow, expensive and have been jerks to us for years. Apparently because we have the audacity to not use them exclusively. We missed paying one bill for this vendor on a case. It likely got misplaced into the wrong stack. As soon as we noticed this the next day, we paid for it. We even hand-delivered the check to their office. It was a few days later that they called us, demanding that we also need to pay the court-mandated late payment fine. These vendors are to be paid for their services within X days of the date it was rendered, or there's a fixed small fine paid to the vendor. By this point, we figured out that in our rush to pay them, we accidentally also made them a second check, paying them twice. We tell them this and to just consider that the fine payment. They did not care for this and told us that they were going to take this to court to have a judge make us also pay the late fee. We agree because this is going to be funny and get a hearing date. It ended up being a 5-minute hearing. The judge agrees that we need to pay the fine since it was indeed paid late. But because we had accidentally paid them twice already, he orders them to pay us back the difference of $200 and some change. The judge then spends the next 4 minutes berating them for being petty. So instead of getting paid double, they decided to be jerks and spend time and money for their lawyer to go to court for 5 minutes, to then be ordered to pay us back most of an overpayment. The next story is called Sorry, Can't Help You. This happened this morning. Here's a little bit of backstory. I live in an apartment block after moving several times, trying to find houses with garages where I can work on my cars. The first house I moved to after my parents' house didn't have a garage, so I was a little bummed, but it was cheap. The second house had a garage with concrete stairs that shortened the garage so my car wouldn't fit anyway. So I was disappointed again. I finally moved to this apartment with a garage allocated to me that can fit my car, parts, tools, etc. It was awesome. I signed the paperwork and agreed to the strata's terms, which do not mention anything about working on my cars, etc. I would regularly work on my cars, mates would bring their cars, I would generally keep it to myself, not interrupting anyone. Kids would run around, screaming, playing games, which was in the agreement. No kids playing in the common area, but I thought nothing of it. 2 months into my rent, I get some mail stating to cease our work on my cars and common property and my garage, and under no circumstances I can commence any work on them or any car. I was mad as I did not break any rules, yet kids still run around, no problem. I cannot do my own maintenance work on my car, and one of my cars is dripping oil. So I'm not allowed to fix it, unless it's away from my house, away from my tools. It's been a month since I worked on my cars. It drives me nuts because I have plans for my garage beauty, but cannot do work here. I go out to my car, which parks outside, and notice a nice realtor-wrapped car with a front tire which had gone flat. The realtor was the strata manager. This lady started walking towards me and asked, "Could you help me change this tire, please? I don't have a jack, but I do have a spare tire." And I tried looking around for somebody to help me. I looked straight at her and said, "I would absolutely love to help in a normal scenario, but the thing is, your car is parked in common property. I have been explicitly told by your company to cease all work on cars on common property and my garage, so sorry, no, I cannot." She looked puzzled at me and walked away again, possibly looking for someone else to help her. I got in my car and drove away to continue my day. I'm feeling spiteful, but they deserve it for not mentioning it to me before moving in. The last story is called slow driving. I was driving home from a get-together and was going around 65 in a 60 km/h zone. Where I'm from, the police almost never pulls you over if you're going 10 or less over, but will definitely pull you over for anything over that. All was well, until I got closer to my area. It's less city-like and more rural, with the roads alternating between single and double lane. I'm on a single lane, speeding 10 km/h over, when a pickup truck in my rear view caught my attention. They were going a tad bit faster when they caught up to me and promptly braked a meter behind me. I was like, okay, I speed up to 70, no big deal. But they continued to tailgate me. Upon closer inspection, I could see the mug of a very angry woman who had no understanding of personal space. What ensued was a full 5 minutes of them completely obscuring my rear view mirror with how close they were. I was tired and kind of hungover, so I really was not in the mood to be worrying about a potential car accident thanks to her driving. I was going to pull over to let her go around when Race, that's an app, gave me a heads up that a police officer was reported up ahead. This was when I decided I'm gonna dole out some karma. I slowly dropped my speed from 70 to 60, now at the speed limit. This woman was furious. Why she just didn't pass, I'll never know, but she was literally going slightly over the midline, yelling to herself in my rear view, flashing her full brights in a weird show-offish way to get me to go faster. I did this for another minute, before Race showed me that the cop was less than a kilometer away. I put on my turn signal, very slowly pulled over, and watched this woman flip me the bird as she whipped past me, disappearing over the hill, now going way faster than 10 km/h over. I continued on my way, getting up to 70 when I cleared the hill to see flashing lights ahead. Jackpot. I drove with anticipation until I got close enough to confirm it was my friend from earlier. Not wanting to miss out on hitting her with our new secret greeting, I dropped down to 60, peered over, and flashed the bird back at her. I hope you enjoy the ticket. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel for more content. Let me know what you think about the stories in the comment section below. Have a great day.
Bye bye.